way too warm, and I haven't had a haircut in a month. So.
It happens. Do you wish for me to cover your face?
I would appreciate it. I have to get it cut, and so when I wear the wig, because I don't have a proper wig cap, it just...
You know.
got problems. But somebody was a little crazy spending goblin, and probably won't be able to get a haircut till next week.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah. So.
It's no longer broiling hot here.
That is a plus side.
I thought I was gonna fucking die. We lost power Friday night.
Yeah.
I literally thought I was going to die. I tried to sleep.
I bet. I mean, it was like 80% humidity, like, for a week.
And then the wind wasn't moving at all Friday night. So I'm trying to sleep. I almost went out to my truck and slept in my truck. Because
I don't blame you.
I literally felt like I couldn't breathe, and I was right next to an open window. And then right before I was gonna go do that, the power came back on. Or like 3:30 in the morning, and I didn't know that our light switch was up. So the light blinding, bro. I'm like, ah.
Yeah, because you were right in, like, where all the power outages happened from the storm. It was all in, like, southern Michigan there.
And, dude, branches were knocking down people's fences, and we had a pack of feral dogs on the loose because they got out of somebody's backyard.
Oh, no.
And they attacked somebody. So.
That's very sad.
Yep, we kept all of our kids here. We're like, alright, well, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah. No, my parents had a power outage the other day, but I think on Friday. But it was completely random. Like, it wasn't a storm. It was just their neighborhood just, like, lost power. So.
It's fair.
But I have been... One time I'm like, I can't complain about my piece of crap AC unit because it does work. It just is just old and just on off. So my electric bill is going to be really nasty next month. So... That thing is a but I also been running it like yeah. Well, and I also, of course, it runs like all day while I'm at work because I'm like, well, I don't want to come home
to a stuffy ass apartment.
Yeah, and like I have cats, but like even they can get overheated. Like
our husky, my brother-in-law's and my sister-in-law's husky, fucking dying. He just lays in front of a fan.
Yeah. Well, I have a long-haired cat, and if I forget about, the AC, and I've come home, he's, like, slept in the bathtub or in the bathroom, just because it's, like, cooler.
Okay.
So, no, right now he's sleeping in my lap, so he's clearly fine, but...
Work was terrible, because we don't have any, like,
with the temp.
airflow. There's, like, it was better to be outside during the heat wave than it was inside. At work.
Because the heat was probably all trapped from the machinery, I think.
It was so bad.
Yeah,
One of the days I almost fainted because it was just so fucking hot, dude. And I drink a lot of fucking water at work, okay?
Well, you would even have to, like...
So...
That's dangerous.
It was pretty bad.
So you're just like, I got no AC at home, I got no AC. I would be like living
only in my truck.
And just like, I'm just gonna sit here. Yeah, right.
And the break room at work has AC. But
it's
like,
nice at least.
Brother.
I work in a basement. It's an office building, so AC eventually kicks on. But I'm usually pretty fine.
Yeah.
It's always funny because, like, after a while, the AC, it's like I'd get which sounds pathetic probably, but I'd get a bit chilled. So I was like, well, I'll just go step outside. And, like, I just need, like, 5 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm good. This is gross. Going back to my sheltered desk life.
Oh my god.
Isn't that right, Link? Yeah.
My husband took our son and one of my nephews fishing today.
So fun.
And my son got a few nibbles, but he didn't get a catch. But my nephew and my husband got a catch each.
Nice.
But they didn't have a bucket with them, so they couldn't bring them home. And they're like, damn it. So they went out and bought a bucket after they picked me up from work. And then they're going back tomorrow. And I'm like, all right.
Ugh.
But a lot of very good fishing spots over here in my neck of the woods. Yeah.
I haven't done too much. I can't say I haven't done anything. I'm just like, nothing too exciting. Because of course, like I mentioned, I think I went a little stir crazy last month with my spending, and then I was like, holy crap, what the hell was I doing?
Excited, it's fine.
So it's just like, alright, so I'm just not gonna do pretty much of any spending. But it's really tough because so I screwed up making my sword.
Yeah.
So big thing is I wanted to do something different. I wanted to use carbon fiber rods.
Yeah.
Because they were strong, but they weren't metal. And I'm kind of paranoid about using metal because the convention center, at least for Amki, I didn't want to set them off because the building all have metal detectors when you walk in. It's a bit of a stretch, but I just was like, I really don't want to risk it. And so I was like, I'll get carbon fiber. Well, there's very few places that make long pieces of carbon fiber. I have the tools to cut it, but I just don't like. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just buy these big stack of these like short ones. Mm-hmm. Big mistake, because when they're sectioned like that, it created weak points and made the sword way too wobbly. Like it was not sturdy enough. So, and of course, I had already had glued everything, and
I was like, all set.
Yeah. So I was like looking around. I'm like, is there anywhere that makes long carbon fiber poles? And there's not really. However, funny enough, as I was like poking around because I live on the internet, so I found a hobby shop in California that they sell parts for pretty much like toy aircrafts, like not even just toy, like these are pretty well made, like aircraft models, and they have whole thing, and like you can literally buy these long carbon fiber rods. I'm like that, and they had the sizes I needed, and I was like, but so now they're sitting in a cart because I'm like, I don't really have the money to be just ending it right now, so it's sitting in a cart, and I'm just like, I just gotta wait till Thursday. Yeah, so I'm just glad I found a place, and of course I don't trust any website that's a small little shop. I have to do like homework, so I'm seeing other people's reviews and opinions, even like Reddit and stuff like that, and I'm like, okay, they're legitimate. They're just a tiny little shop that they just specialize in this, It's always funny coming across that kind of stuff, but I was sad about the sword.
Yeah, that's so sad.
But of course I have a bunch of filament, so I've already reprinted the pieces, and then I spent I had a lazy Sunday because I was up late, for 4th of July. I actually went downtown Grand Haven. So I literally spent Sunday just watching movies and videos and just sitting there sanding like all day.
That's fair.
Especially got nice. My parents for my birthday got me a pen sander, which has been so great because I have full-size sanders, but it's always hard to get in like the details, and so it's kind of nice as interchangeable little heads. So it's small enough that it's like perfect to get in those little details. So, but the downside of 3D printed props, holy crap, the sanding, there's so much because you try to hide all the print lines. Yeah. The whole point is to make it not look like a 3D print. So we have that. But now I have a box of all the parts. So they're all kind of sitting. So now I have like 2 versions of my sword that are just floating around because I'm like, I'm screwing up a lot, and it's costing me a bit for my screw-ups. So
Yeah, well, that's just kind of part of it, though. You should be able to reuse some of it, right? Can't break it down, remelt anything to use for something
no, because
else.
it's all the pieces are glued.
You can't
So
melt them down even if they're glued.
No, because
Throw
they're
them in a
also
bonfire, melt them.
no.
Into
They're
a
also
bucket.
have already been primed and painted, so they're just all like, yeah. Plus, if I melted it down, like, I couldn't do anything with it. It's just
You don't know that.
big
People
mob
have
of
made
plastic.
Exactly. You could shave down plastic.
It's just gonna take up space. It's gotta go to the dumpster. Isn't that right? Like, but it also didn't help with my spending. Was back in May when I was planning out my wings, and so I bought a lot of stuff. And the wings, it's probably going to be my most expensive cosplay prop ever. Like,
yeah, you want to make them mechanical, right?
Yeah, they're going to be moving.
Yeah, so they're gonna.
So of course I have a bunch
huge.
of electrical stuff in pieces on my desk because I've been learning to solder.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just trying to figure out, like, it's a lot to kind of like figure out the mechanics behind it. Cause like I'm like at first I'm like, okay, I got it. I think I'm getting it. And then it's like, no, there's something missing. And then it's just like,
yeah.
But like, I was trying to balance because I was like, how much is it gonna cost? Like versus if somebody like if you got like somebody else to make the skeleton, because there are some creators out there, and they're charging a good few $1,000s for them.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, just for like, they're not cheap at all. And I definitely have spent quite a bit of money. Like we're definitely triple digits.
Yeah.
For a lot of the parts because I've had to buy like just screws, PVC pipes, wiring. I've bought just a lot. Of course, like electrical stuff, so the battery pack, anything, and it goes into much more other stuff, but it's like to make the wings fold in and out. So, will I still be able to walk through a door? Kind of. It's like
slight
through
angle,
a convention.
it's fine.
It's gonna be an angle, but like I wanted to be able to fold them in and out because the wings are pretty much gonna be like 16 feet in length.
Jesus.
Like,
yeah.
They're big wings.
Yeah.
So because I was like, it was funny trying to figure out like the exact measurement what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, how big do you want the wing? And it's like, no. But 16 might be an exaggeration. It's probably closer to like 10 feet.
It's still very big.
Yeah, I'm like looking at my piece of paper that I mapped, and I think that wing back there is like 5 to 6 feet in length. So,
yeah,
I think we'll find out.
But
anyway,
God
it's
damn,
been apparently. Yeah. So and then of course I hit a depression funk, and then my parts have just been laying around. So, but getting back in the groove, and then of course I screwed up on my sword, and so I'm just like. And everyone's like, oh, but filament's not so bad, but my goal though, I'm gonna try to push myself because you got excited, then I got excited again. So I'm hoping to at least get my wings, like the skeleton of it, constructed by the end of the month is my goal.
Hell yeah.
Bonus points would be if I even get some form of like feathers on it.
Because
the reason I have to build these,
so then I can start on everything. I can't start right
That's
now.
why don't stress about, like, don't even, I'm just doing it early because the wings are going to take me way too much time.
That's fair.
Plus I have to construct the wings first in order to figure out how I'm going to shape like the armor around it,
Yeah.
because basically they have to be put on kind of like almost like a backpack.
Yeah.
So I want to put some decorative armor, like almost plating on the back, just to make it look as clean as I can while still having the functionality of movement. But of course, it's like a little backpack because the battery and all the mechanical parts are going to sit on the back. So
Yeah. I need to adjust.
Pixel.
fucking
What are you doing?
freaky ass faces. Okay.
So I thought. But yeah, anyway, so you guys were like, cosplay? And I was like, oh.
Cosplay.
I should probably turn my attention. So, my goal is to really get out of this funk.
That makes sense.
Just.
This fucking.
But there's also a combination of
eyeballs is hurting
intimidation
me.
factor.
Yeah.
Balls.
Sorry.
No, but I literally, after when they, the convention opened their hotel block, I literally put a, like, reminder on my phone. And, yeah, so I was on top of it. Of course, it was, like, in the middle of work day, so I was, like, really, like, jumping on it.
Like, yes.
It was so bad, is once it opened, I'm like, yes, and I'm, like, starting to work. And, of course, then, like, an account manager comes and he has to talk to me about a, serious topic, and I'm like,
damn
I'm like listening to him as I'm like looking over my cubicle wall going I'm just like, my eyes are going up, down. Gotta pay attention.
I'm paying attention to you, I promise. I just also need to get this hotel room.
Well, I do. I mentioned, there are, like, the Hilton is pretty much sold out.
It's like, God.
Like, all their doubles
damn.
and all their kings are sold out. Well, okay. I think it's their... They have two versions of the kings. They have the standard and the deluxe. We got the standard because the deluxe is, like, for 4 people. Like, it has, like, a fold-out couch. And I'm like... Standard's
that makes
fine.
sense. We don't really need a fold-out couch for the 2 of us.
No.
So...
I'm literally so geeked to, like... I'm gonna basically be like a kid just, like, showing you, like, holding your hand, like, oh, I'm gonna show you this, and this, and, oh, you gotta come over here because this is my favorite spot.
Like, okay!
Oh, like... Yeah, I'm just dragging you along like a kid at Disney. Like, come over here! I gotta show you this!
Okay!
It was funny, even though I've only been there for 2 years, the second year, like, it felt like I was just there. It was so trippy to me, like, when I walked in the building. Like, it was a whole year since I've been at the convention, but I was like, such a weird feeling, because, like, it feels like I'm just here. I know this convention almost now, like, the back of my hand, because I've just been, like...
Brother.
So...
That's cool.
They do have a food court, but it's not great. Like, you definitely can get
That
something to eat.
panini great.
No, but they do have, which is great, is down the street for the convention. It's really close by. They have, like, this other, like, indoor court, like, food court.
I think
Except the quality and the food is so much better. But, like, if you're like, I just need a quick bite, like, they have, like, ice cream and popcorn and, like...
Yeah.
You know, it's just you're gonna pay the convention price dollars, so...
Well, yeah, this is generally how that works.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the Hilton is not like Holidays Inn, where we had, like, the free breakfast that came with, you know?
I don't care about none of that. It's okay.
So,
we can have granola bars. I'm cool.
I'm like,
with
our
that.
breakfast. I love bringing. I've learned my favorite thing now is clementines, so I'll probably bring, like, clementines and or oranges and stuff because I just love them. But yeah, it's gonna be lots of you know. But we'll have. I mean, we can order stuff for breakfast and lunch.
Yes.
And I hope I don't want to also hold you back because I know I like to tap out early. But if there's any, like, late night stuff, like, I'm willing to push myself.
Well, we can also plan ahead because I don't see us getting up for any of the early shit unless it's like, oh my God, we need to go. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't have to. We can plan our day accordingly. Like,
I did enjoy it on Friday. They had, like, the opening ceremony at, like, 10 a.m., I think, last year.
Oh, okay.
So, not that we have to. All it really is, it just kind of showcases, like, what's at the convention, which actually kind of helped me out because, like, they introduced some stuff that was like, oh, okay, I'm actually interested in that, you know, like.
Yeah.
But I mean, all it is like showcase, like, oh, here are the celebrity guests. Here are, you know, some, you know, our main panels you can check out. Because they, of course, they have the convention panels versus the fan panels and stuff.
Yeah.
But they do have 18+ late night panels that you love.
Fuck yes, I love those. I've missed them. Fucking. The last 2 conventions that we went to together didn't have any.
They were more like, they did not have night panels. The only thing I can't is, of course, they have panels and raves that go, like, all night. And,
yeah, I don't like
the last
raves.
group I was with, they were going at, like, 3 in the morning, like, stuff. And
I don't
was,
even
like,
think I can handle that anymore because my schedule's so fucked. Like, I'm still, like,
I can
partially...
push myself to midnight. I think that's, like,
I can
for me,
go
it's
till,
pretty
like, 1 or 2 in the morning, depending on what I'm doing. But, see, I still have, like, a really awkward balance of, like, my body wants to be third shift, but my work schedule is first shift.
Oh, yeah.
It is the hardest thing. Because also, like, a part of me does not want to lose my night owl status.
Mm-hmm.
I love being up late. I love the nighttime. And so I'm just like, I'm just gonna suffer.
So yeah, I lost it as soon as I lost my whole night owl status. As soon as I started working an 8 to 5 shift, I got the classic desk job. Like I
work 6 to 2.
I could no longer.
Yeah, I work 6 to 2. I haven't had any OT for the past 2 weeks, so I work 6 to 2. But I like. No, my body's just dying. Like, I stay out, like, tonight, I might not go to bed until, like, 10:30. And that will kill me because I have to be up at 4:45.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
It's fucking dying. And then I started watching a new show, which is only 4 episodes long. I watched them all. Now I'm getting my husband to watch them. But the sound isn't super great on the TV up here, so we're going to rewatch them once we get our place. And it is the best fucking actual, like, TV show that I've seen in a long time. Like, it's not, and it's Seeking Persephone. And it's based in the UK, and it's during World War II. And it's basically an arranged marriage type deal. It's 4 episodes long, and it's free on Peacock. And it is so good. I paid for Peacock specifically to watch it without commercials, though, because I was so invested in it.
Commercials, man, are the absolute worst. Now, I feel like they...
It depends on what show you're watching. Realistically, it depends on what show you're watching. Because new media, like, it's just hard. Like, cooking shows... Like, competition cooking shows, I'm totally okay with commercial breaks. It literally doesn't bother me at all. Like, if I watch Hell's Kitchen or, like, Cutthroat Kitchen or, like, whatever, I don't give a shit about the commercials. Yeah. But if I'm watching actual TV, I'm like, brother.
Yeah, well, then that's what, like, I think I tried, like, a while ago, Disney Plus. And they had ads, and it was terrible.
You have to pay for the version without ads, and it's stupid. And it pisses me off that you have to pay with the version with ads.
Yeah, I was like, the base version was still $15, like with ads. Like, it was something ridiculous like that.
Peacock pissed me off though, because I wanted to pay for it to have no ads. It has 3 tiers, basic, and it just because you can watch Peacock for free. You don't have to pay anything for Peacock. Yeah, technically, but like if you pay for the basic, it unlocks a few like shows or something like that, but you still have ads. The next tier up, I think, unlocks more shit or something like that, but you still have ads. I had to get the 3rd tier, which was like $16.99 or whatever, and I was just like, brother, like, I paid it. I'm gonna cancel it after this month, but I paid for it. Like, I can still watch my show without paying for it. I just wanted to watch it the first time through without commercials, so I was so invested. I watched the first episode and half of the second episode before I caved. But I still did that. I was like, fuck you, I'm doing this. This is also such a weird feeling because this is the most money that I've ever had available to me ever after moving out of my parents. It probably feels nice because you're
not paying, like, at the moment, like a mortgage or rent at the moment.
Well,
so
and we did the math, and between Joe and I, even with the apartment, once we move, we will still have a solid chunk of change left over to, like, build a savings account and to get our credit up and to actually focus on buying a house. Like, this is the most money combined that we've ever had, like, together, me and him.
Oh, that's awesome. And it sounds like you're moving to your apartment here soon.
Yes, we should be moving. We should be getting the call about the move-in date this week. week, I think, or next week.
Okay.
And then we should be moving here probably by the end of this month or the early next month.
That's pretty exciting. And it's like, I bet most of your stuff's already kind of in storage and boxed up at the moment.
Everything is in storage.
So it's
we
kind
each
of
have like
taking all
one
that
bag like here. I have 2 bags and Alice has 2 bags, but everybody else has like 1 bag and Sam has a box. So it's like, damn it. We are just there's just
That's
so
okay.
much. And I'm so ready to have my stuff back. I have the same like fucking 5 outfits that I've worn since I've been here. And I just bought a few new shirts. So like I'm wearing one of them. It's a Lord of the Rings shirt. It says I am no man.
Yeah, I love that. I love that line. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I bought my husband a Lord of the Rings shirt for Father's Day that says one dad to rule them all. And then I bought like a couple tank tops and a couple pairs of shorts because I was like, I did not plan ahead for this amount of heat. Like at all. I ended up having to buy the girls and my son like clothes, like shorts and like stuff. I got my youngest daughter like 3 or 4 rompers. Like I was like, here, it's breathable.
Just something, yeah.
My oldest needed some more breathable pants because her jean shorts were like causing problems downstairs. So I got her like breathable shorts and stuff. And my son just didn't have any. His mother can't find any of his shorts. And he only wears like one around. Like we don't send a bag back and forth. Okay, it's kind of just like you have what you have here or there. And then we ask, like she'll ask us to send stuff and we'll ask her to send stuff if we need it. Kind of a thing. He only has like 1 pair of shorts. So I went out and bought him like a couple basketball shorts from the dollar store. I'm like, for fuck's sake, bro. But yeah, I didn't expect the amount of heat. Or my son's lack of pants.
A record heat wave for sure.
Yeah,
like the heat index was like over 100. Like
yes, it was.
At least I know in Grand Rapids the heat index is showing 104.
Yeah, Wednesday last week the heat index reached 102 in my in the city I work in. So.
Well, mixed checks, my grace.
Thanks. Appreciate it. My husband brought me Chex Mix.
What a sweet man.
I'm so happy. Yeah. Oh my god. No.
Oh, totally.
Yes.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you do.
No,
I'm just gonna repeat
you're
shit.
good.
I'm just gonna repeat shit. So it's
I'm
fine.
probably gonna do the same too. No, I was just geeked out because of course my brain now is on convention.
It's gonna happen so soon. So like,
did you see the link I sent you? Because I was like,
I didn't get the chance to look at it yet because I'm always fucking busy.
See the hotel. It doesn't do it quite justice, but it's a very fancy hotel. Like it feels very out of place. It's always so funny because like we're talking chandeliers and just like marble plating, and like you'll see like Spider-Man or Hatsune Miku just walk on by. Like it's just such a surreal time. And this
place is so cute.
It's very cute, and they recently remodeled their rooms, so it's pretty nice.
Beautiful. Super stoked. I'm so stoked.
Well, it's so cool. The hotel, like, it has some, like, panels. Sometimes, like, late night panels can happen, but they pretty much have, like, 2 main hotels that are connected by, like, a sky bridge that goes over the street into the convention center. So, I think 2. It's either that or it's just... Either way, the Hilton we're staying at definitely has a bridge. We basically never have to go outside unless we want to eat other kinds of food.
Yeah.
Or photo shoots. But, so it's kind of, which is nice, is, it's like, well, it's just right there.
Yeah.
So, you'll have a choice too, because you'll have to get your badge, of course, early for a weekend badge, if you want to avoid not being stuck in line. However, they do allow those who pre-order the badge to pick it up early. So if you're like, well, I don't want to pay for the shipping to get the badge, you can pick it up the day we go to the convention and check in. Like we can like walk the empty convention center basically
Hell
because
yeah.
they have and what's cool is well they'll ship if you order decide to ship the badge. It usually is just the badge itself. However, you can go to of course the day early, go to the ticket area or the badge area, and you can get your lanyards, and they sometimes have fun ribbons and also the 18 plus wristband because so you don't have to carry ID. They just give you a wristband for the weekend.
I need it.
Or some of the panel / areas have drinks, so you can get a 21 plus wristband.
I want
that you're over the age of
I
21.
Need that because
So-
I like my booze.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice. The only downside, of course, if you break it, you have to go back and like show your ID again. But like, here's the plus side, because I don't think you've had the chance of ever being at a hotel that's at the convention center.
No, we were gonna do that, and then we decided we weren't going that year. So.
Oh, it was for UMACon, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was for UMACon. We were gonna stay in the
I think I was
Renaissance.
very pissed at the convention.
Well, yeah,
So I was
that and
kind
they
of
didn't book
boycotting.
any of the rooms out. Like the convention
That's
itself,
right,
UMACon didn't book any of the rooms out, so we couldn't because the Renaissance is like, fuck you guys, we're not doing this anymore.
Yeah, for some reason, which is
and so we couldn't.
it was
we
mind-blowing
couldn't,
to me.
Like,
yeah, it was just mind-blowing to me because I was like, they've always had the Renaissance Center. I've
yeah,
been to that
and we
convention
brought
for
it
10
like
years.
and that convention brought in a lot of revenue, which is why they continue. Like any venue is going to continue hosting something that brings in a lot of revenue.
Well, yeah, that's probably why the
So
Hilton's
unless
like,
they
oh, we're wearing suits and ties, but I guess we're gonna serve these cosplayers because they
Right,
bring in
because
the
they're
millions.
like, wee. It's like Grand Rapids Comic Con. How he's like, yeah, I showed them how much money you guys rake in, and that's how we keep getting
that
the
panel,
center.
I loved that panel, honestly.
I
Which is
did
the
too. I
director-
really enjoy Grand Rapids Comic Con. There's nothing against Grand Rapids Comic Con except for the long stretch of nothingness on Saturday between like the first, like signing up for the convention or the contest and then the contest. There was like no real panels there, so it was just like shopping. Aside from that, that convention's great. I want to take my children to that convention and like whatever, but
Well, that's what I think is nice with the GR Comic Con is it's definitely more like family. Like
it's definitely something I would bring my kids to. It's like JFAX but comic books. Like it's like
yeah,
it's
which I'm not sure how JFX did this year. I actually saw a flyer when I went to Noodle Pig, a ramen shop, and they actually had a flyer for JFX, and it kind of hit me like, oh, this is still like happening.
yeah, it's still
So-
a thing. I think I follow them on Facebook. But
They
yeah,
aren't
they're
doing
like,
well though. I don't think they're doing too well.
Are they
I don't.
not?
I'm surprised.
I keep seeing it, and like I was gonna take the kids there. They're still going.
I think
so.
they're not doing a good job with a number of things. For one is like advertisement, like
they're pretty bad.
they're
at
waiting like
advertising.
very last minute. They're asking the cost for badges that are just not equivalent to the convention. It feels like they're asking more than what the scale is. Like it feels
not
smaller.
a very big convention.
No,
Like,
it's
the
smaller
last
than
time
Grand
we-
Rapids Comic Con.
Well, and the last time we went with that big group, it wasn't anything
That was years ago.
super crazy,
Yeah.
and that was a long time ago. I miss when it was a free convention at this college, which I understand why they don't do it anymore. Like the
Yes.
college won't host them anymore because it was free and it didn't bring in enough revenue. You couldn't find where the vendors were. Like I never found the vendors when I went.
Oh, I remember. Yeah.
But-
There was a hunt to find them because it was
Yeah.
kind of scattered across the.
It was
campus.
really fun, and it was a beautiful
I went there, I think,
location.
twice.
But they would have done better and probably been able to continue using it if they charged badge passes. Like if you had to
Yeah.
buy a badge, Grand Valley State probably would have continued hosting JFAX if they brought in more revenue.
Yeah, because that's
So, because that's like the whole thing. That's the whole thing that conventions struggle with. It's like you have to bring in the revenue to continue getting these venues. Plus, you have to be on your best behavior. Like you cannot allow rowdy people to continue staying at your convention. Like we saw that with Furfest. Or Forest.
Oh.
Or Forest. Whatever.
Oh, in the videos because we
Rainforest.
have not been there.
Yeah, we've never been
Emphasize.
to Rainforest, but we watched Internet Historians' videos on Rainforest.
I watched a couple. Yeah, I know there's some other YouTubers that have done videos on it.
Yeah,
but
I've only watched Internet Historian, and we might have watched. I watched a little bit. Sarah
like Izzy?
Spaceman, and Izzy do a couple of different conventions. Sarah Spaceman has done a couple, but I don't think it was Rainforest. She mentioned it, I think, a couple of times in her videos, but it was never a video on it.
Yeah, about bad convention,
bad convention stuff and like whatever. So we've never been to Rainforest, but like they got shut down because of their base, like the people that are there.
Yeah, because
it wasn't because of the revenue. They brought in plenty of revenue, but those the people who attended, the attendees, fucking trashed the Hilton, like absolutely trashed the Hilton. Like, why would anybody host that? And then once they know, they're gonna talk. Like, that's something the internet historian pointed out. He's like, they're going to talk to other big hotel chains, and then it just trickles from there. So you're not going to get anybody. Nobody's going to host you anymore. You have to shut down. So that case wasn't the revenue. It was the attendees.
Yeah.
But most of the time it's the revenue. So
yeah, which mostly was a culprit of just poor staff management. There was never punishment for those that misbehaved.
They should have had some type of security. Like, they should have had some.
They never enforced. They weren't very
whatever. Yeah, they didn't threaten to take away badges. They didn't kick people out. They didn't do any of that.
Okay for that. So it was like, hey, if you want to party like an animal, haha, you went to this convention. So
people took it too far. You're still out in public, bro. You're not trashing your house. You're trashing somebody else's private property. Yeah. And I think that
I don't think I've ever been. I'm trying to think of I've never seen a case where anybody's gotten kicked out or like too rowdy or security being I've never.
Well, the conventions that we've gone to are pretty mild. To be honest, even Yumacon, Yumacon was so huge that the drama that supposedly did happen, me and you never ran into.
Oh, I know.
Literally never seen it.
One of your friends, she was with her group and she was telling us.
Oh, yeah.
I remember her sharing all this drama and all this craziness and how I was and of course at the time I'm like, I guess we live under a rock because we just never experienced any of that.
It's just such a big convention, and we stick so close to ourselves and only go to certain panels and stuff. We just never run into that stuff. We're also never at the raves. We don't do the celebrity stuff. I know we're the boring.
We love our panels. Which I was talking to somebody at Amkey one year about that, and he was generally is he's was shocked. He's panels, really? Yes. Honestly, I mentioned there has to be a celebrity that's really that worth going out of my way.
At Motor City Comic Con, we went to one celebrity panel for Motor City Comic Con. Who was he? He did a lot of cartoons or something like that from our childhood.
Yeah, he was a voice. We did a couple.
He was a voice actor.
The voice actor for Kratos.
Oh yeah. And then, that one, all of their panels, except for a couple, were celebrity panels. They didn't have a lot outside of that. Motor City Comic Con was very small and kind of a letdown, not gonna lie. They had a lot of
Jim
celebrities.
Cummings. Jim Cummings.
And
he was great. I liked him.
I love. The only thing I like about Motor City Comic Con is they always get really good voice actors or celebrity guests.
They can bring in their last year's guest list.
Yeah, I saw it.
Was insane.
I
was watching the list. It was
their guest lists
insane.
are always fantastic,
Big.
and I would go for their celebrity guests, but they don't have enough other things for me to really want. And their cosplay contest was garbage. So it's that's not even drawing my attention because it wasn't really. It wasn't enjoyable for me. And then
Amkey's convention or their competition, of course, I didn't place it all this year, but it was run so beautifully. I even went up to the staff running it, and I was like, "This is the best handled contest I've ever been a part of." I had to tell them that because it was just they it was so great. For one, they sent an email out a month in advance for me to select days and times that would best work for prejudging.
Yeah.
So, which I was being flexible with them, And so I chose some Friday slots. Competition's on Saturday, but you can get judged like on Friday.
Yeah.
So I did like a time slot on Friday so that like I'd run around the convention, get dressed, get judged, and get out of costume. So, and it was so nice. It was so great is they had everything, because for me to apply, I had to send them a Google Drive link of my work in progress.
Yeah.
And I had to have it at least a percentage completed. And so they already kind of knew, like, it was so great. When I walked in for my judging time, they smiled. They were like, oh, hi, you know, and they said my stage name. They're like, it's good to see you. I'm like, I didn't say nothing. They were just like, I was all dressed up. They helped me out. Like,
yeah.
I will say the judging process, I realized one big thing. This was my first competition where I had the judges actually get up from the table.
Oh, did they flip your seams and stuff like Sarah Spaceman talked about?
Yes.
That's
and I
so
was
awesome.
a stuttering fool because there was like 5 of them.
Yeah, there's supposed
And
to be
so
like an
my
odd
brain-
number of them or something like
My
that.
brain just broke. And because it was my first time ever experiencing that, because like all the competitions I've been to, the judges just sat at the table and just asked me questions. Like I came up to them and would like show them stuff that, you know, up close, like of course.
Which
but
you shouldn't
they
have
never,
to, but
they,
yeah.
But yeah, they never like, you know, scene flipped or anything. Where this one, I was just like, I was a stuttering fool. They were so sweet and they were so nice and they were very like, I know that they could tell that they were trying to help me, like, because I'm like, I practiced like 100 times, but my brain just shut down, just completely shut down.
Yeah.
And I think it made it worse. So this is where I knew I did not place, was I had a capelet and I made a mistake where I used scuba suede, which is a very stretchy fabric. And I installed these like rivets, these clip-on rivets to the cape to kind of keep it nice and closed. But because it's a stretch fabric, the rivet popped out. So when one of the judges went to flip to look at my hem work, it popped out. My capelet came undone. And I wanted, like, my whole brain just, because I knew that was it. Because
yeah, when something breaks, it's like, way.
That's it. That's game over. Rest of the costume held up fine, but that capelet, and I knew that was the nail in the coffin because just quality is a big factor. And I should have known better. Like as soon as I picked a stretchy material, like I just thought it flew really nice. Like for one thing, hemming that thing was a pain in the ass. So I've learned a lot of lessons because I'm very new to sewing.
Yeah.
And so learning about different fabrics and stuff like that. So I learned that painful lesson. But I was able to go back to the hotel room and fix it for the contest. Because of course I had my emergency cosplay kit. Woohoo! You always carry. But man, I walked out and my friend group who's with me, you know, they're asking me how it went and stuff like that. I honestly felt broken. I let them know that I'm like, guys, I'm not gonna place. My capelet broke. And there was, you know, I'm sure there was other factors that I immediately, after going to like some of the judges' own panels, like I picked up things that, oh man, I know exactly, you know, I knew what they were looking for.
Yeah.
But my group I was with, they were, especially the guys, they were so supportive. Like they were so kind and like, you know, they were basically kind of my cheerleaders. Like,
yeah,
they're like, it's okay that you're not gonna place. You look awesome. Like your work is great. I was like, I appreciate it.
The 100.
One thing I also learned, because clearly I'm still like journeyman level, so I haven't really experienced all the true fiasco of it.
Yeah.
The one thing I learned too is I would, especially because I'm new to sewing, there's some patterns that I would get and customize for my own costume. However, I learned from this experience that the art of making your own patterning is a big factor. Like you don't get negative points for getting a pattern, but you don't, like if somebody made their own pattern for a costume, like they figured it all out, they did the blueprint, like that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I realized I kind of had that sense when I talked about like the plague mask. I had gotten the pattern for it. Like I had done custom work to it. I had done the leather working myself and like I did the whole sewing and everything, but I didn't make the pattern. So, and I knew when they were asking the questions, like I was like, and because I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to lie to them and be like,
right.
oh, I made the pattern. No, I didn't make the pattern. I'll let them know if I changed something, like, hey, the capelet I had was a pattern from another costume, but I had added my own parts to it. Like I added the capelet and stuff like that. But again, it was something that it's harder to place when, you know, you don't have that kind of, I don't want to say ammo, I guess. I'm trying to think the right word, but you don't have,
Yeah, it's close enough. It's,
you know.
it's a pretty good
But
term.
I'm rambling about contests again. I apologize.
That's
But it was just a
okay.
cool experience that I was like, I felt like I learned. I really wanted to go. So here's something great about Amkey. They have an after contest panel where you can go and talk to the judges and see.
Yeah, that's
what, like,
awesome. And
I really wanted to
learn
go,
stuff.
but let's just say I had some difficulty with scheduling and couldn't get there. All the fun stuff later. But I couldn't go, and I remember being really disappointed because, but it was kind of weird because I felt like I knew in a way like what I needed to improve on. Like I knew where my shortcomings were, like
Yeah.
where, you know, it's just kind of like things like that. Like for one, I was happy as the armor for my character, my D&D character, I patterned all myself, and I was really happy with that. I patterned my whole armor because it was such a unique piece. I couldn't find like an online, you know, pattern by Kamui Cosplay. Like I had to make my own pattern.
Yeah.
That was tough. That was really tough. But like I was proud because it's like, hey, I made that. Like, so
Which is like super cool.
yeah. So and they also, is a big thing is variety. So and I
Yeah,
think-
variety and techniques and stuff, and like
Yeah, so I had
Yeah.
Ava foam armor. I sewed the Under Armour clothing. So I made like a basic like shirt and stretch pants to go underneath for like the detailing. I made gloves. I made freaking gloves, which I was like, okay,
Just
they weren't the
fucking
greatest in the
awesome.
world, but I made gloves.
but you made them.
I made them. I made a hooded cape I sewed. I made this kind of fake chainmail texture that I sewed. Like, so there's a lot of stuff. Like, this costume definitely pushed me. It wasn't my favorite. I'm gonna say no. But I learned so much. It was one of those costumes, like, that was cool because I brought a D&D character to life.
Yeah,
But-
like Malachi and Leah.
Yeah, I think because there's so many learning curves, you know? And also, it was one of those costumes I felt like I never got to really appreciate at the convention. Like, I didn't get to, you know, I didn't have other people. So, like, my costume kind of stood out. I had some people still ask for pictures, which is cool. Even after the contest, like, even though, of course, I didn't place, I was, like, you know, cleaning up. I had people come up and they loved my costume and wanted my picture. You know, I was like, well, thank you. You have no idea who I am, but, like, my title I put was, you know, D&D Grave Domain Cleric. So anybody who played Dungeons and Dragons was all
Right.
plus I was a plague doctor, so you need, you know, like,
I mean, yeah, that like helps.
it's pretty cool. And that's funny, looking at my last like 3 costumes, I'm like, I've worn like full face mask stuff.
A lot.
Yep. But I kind of liked it because it kind of gave like almost like a superhero persona. Like I liked being able to like almost like hide my face identity. 'Cause
Yeah.
then like I just felt more like outgoing. Like I
felt like that
I don't
with
know, like, it was-
Leah, because like even though I was just painted blue, I still felt like I looked
It was kind of a
different
mask,
enough that
though.
I
It
was
was
like,
still-
yeah, this is fine.
but there's still kind of like a mask that you put on. You know, you put on a different like personality almost. And so that's kind of how I felt with like even like my Pokemon. Like it's so funny with Corviknight. I'm just a big bird. One of my
Like,
favorites
I
is
is
somebody
bird.
gave me someone gave me a sticker that said "Caution may bite," and I stuck it on my badge. But I had people who wanted to give me hugs because I mean I had big wings, so it was great. As I'd walk around the convention, just kind of like the wings kind of folded up, like kind of crossed like this, and then somebody would look over, and I'd just do the bird twitch, and then I go.
Oh my god.
Everybody's like, I want a freaking hug so bad. Which basically the wings were basically a giant blanket. It's a giant weighted blanket. So it's a lot of fun to wear, but it highly depends on the temp. The weekend I went this past month, the humidity was really high, so it was really tough to wear Corviknight. Because it's like wearing a big old blanket.
That's
So I'm
fair.
just like,
Like I can't breathe, bro.
I can't breathe. But I am actually planning on going to Grand Rapids Comic Con this year, just for a day.
The goal
I'm
is
just
to
gonna
go
on
with
Saturday.
you. But which weekend does it fall on? Because my birthday is
Me
a
too.
Saturday. And I can't go on my birthday.
Oh, no. It's in November 14th to the 16th. Oh, yeah.
Because I know for a while it was like on the same weekend as Youmacon, which falls on my birthday weekend sometimes.
Which Youmacon, I think, does fall on your birthday this year.
Yeah, can't do that.
I think I glanced
But
over.
I could do, after that, we're going to the circus, I think, on my birthday weekend in Grand Rapids.
Nice.
I think. We all like agreed to it, but it's like once it comes closer, I gotta remake sure that we agreed to it, kind of a thing.
Yeah. Well, it's great.
So-
It's actually, my D&D group is also tagging along for Grand Rapids Comic Con, just because some of them have never been to a convention. So I'm like, well, you guys kind of have to go. You know, like,
Well, you already told me that I have to be your con buddy.
That's true.
Already
Well-
extended the invitation. I don't play nice with others, so
no,
we'll
that's
see.
great. I was talking more because like Grand Rapids Comic Con is going to be very casual. Like I'm just going to
Yes.
wear Arcanine and just go on Saturday. Like it's a very.
I plan on
I'm
just
not
going.
competing. I'm
Does
not.
something I don't know yet.
Yeah. Plus, Arcanine's already won Best Journeyman, so I really don't want to like. I don't want to. As
Yeah, don't.
I think
yeah.
the term sandbagging in the cosplay community, I don't want to do that. I'm not that person.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what? I don't really have much to prove with that costume, you know? Like,
Right.
I got a nice trophy for it. I feel very fancy.
I think we might all go from Lord of the Rings, like get just cheap fucking costumes from Lord of the Rings.
That's what it's fun. You don't have to
So-
make a costume.
Exactly.
But
and
I just thought like I'd love to wear Arcanine again because I haven't since Twin City Con.
I don't
which was
have,
back
like-
in 2024.
I don't have
so-
most of my old cosplays anymore.
You know, did they not survive the move?
I couldn't bring them. I didn't have the room or
What
capacity.
about your big
to
fluffy
bring-
white tail?
That made it. I was not getting rid of that fucking thing.
I know. Like,
That
it's like-
made it, but my bow didn't make it. My scythe finally retired. A lot of my
So-
outfits. I still have my kimono from my Arcanine or my Ninetales
Ninetales.
cosplay. Yeah. So I still have that.
Yeah,
I
my
still have like
Arcanine,
a
I do
few
have to.
things. I don't fit into my Leah cosplay anymore. I'm too fat.
That's okay. That's okay.
So
That's all right. I probably couldn't fit into Malachi anymore. So
I'm just too fat now. So it's like, well. So it's like, I don't know. I can I still have a couple things I could just like throw together. I could put my kimono on and then add the tail and be like, and put on the cat ears
well, that's what I think there was.
and the gloves. I still have all that stuff. I could put
Yeah.
all that together and be a
Just
furry.
cat lady.
Like-
Yeah, my Arcanine, I have to still like if I want to bring it for a day, I have to fix the belt. Like it failed the bump test.
Oh,
It did not survive the transport home, I should say. I mean, it competed just fine, but
See, at least it made it through the competition. That's really all that matters.
I know. I'm just like, just hold up through the contest, and we call it good.
And then
But,
afterwards, fuck
no,
it.
Yeah, the rest of it's fine. It's of course because I've learned a few tricks. It's funny when I look at my old costumes and I'm like, I could have done better. However, this is the first time where I've kept like my Malachi, my D&D Paladin. Most of that has been recycled.
Yeah,
or,
Leah,
you know-
my little rogue, my sexy rogue, she's retired. I think I
Well, that's
might
what I
have a
mentioned.
wig,
After cosplay,
maybe.
Malachi, I think like 4 or 5 times I was like, I'm done.
Yeah, and I also
done-
I was like,
I kept-
and Leah retired.
I kept wanting to make it better each time, and eventually I had to stop. To be fair, I think the cherry on top was getting some form of craftsmanship trophy for Malachi.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of like of the closing of the book. Like, it just felt like all those years of trying to figure out armor and basic sewing, and let's just say the sewing was shit. But I did it.
You did it. That's really all that matters.
I did it. Yeah. So, but you don't always place them, and that's okay because I still had fun and connecting with people. I will tell you, I gotta share another cute. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, so you let me know if I'm talking too much.
It's okay.
But-
you can ramble. I'm just. it's almost 9, and so
Okay,
the time
I
will come to an end
one more
soon.
convention story,
I love them.
which is so cute. So, after, of course, I've already gotten judged. The day of the competition comes, and they say, "Hey, go. We're gonna meet in this room, and this room connects like to the back of the stage, so you don't have to like sit out in the crowd. You got to actually like come around back. But we're in this room, and they had a TV on, so we could watch the other people like go on stage one at a time. It's very exciting. But while we're in this room, and we're all kind of fangirling about these costumes, there was somebody I bumped into who she was cosplayed as Deku from My Hero Academia, and it was her first contest, and she was competing in the novice category. And even though like I'm definitely not like masters or anything, it was kind of cute looking over her costume. Like you could see where she had worked hard, but then you could see still, instead of glued, maybe some things were instead of sewed, some things were kind of glued on,
Yeah.
But man, so she was so anxious, and I remember just talking with her, and just we're kind of like supporting each other, and I'm like, she was like 16 years old, so I'm like, this is my child now. I will protect you.
This is my cosplay child.
I'm like sitting, because she's like asking me all these questions. She's like, "Oh, have you ever competed?" I'm like, yeah, it's not my first rodeo. This is definitely the nicest run convention, competition I've ever been to. But I'm like, the one thing she was asking me about, she was worried about, people not liking her costume, because she's like, well, some areas are rushed and everything like that. And I had told her, I said, look, even if you don't place, for one, you're connecting with some awesome people back here who are just fangirling with you about all our work. But also, you're going to be somebody's favorite out there. Like somebody who's a big fan is going to love your work. And she was like, really? I'm like, yeah. I mean, you're Dake. I mean, plus Ultra. You got this.
Exactly.
But she was, yeah.
Aww.
She was adorable.
That's so cute.
And I'm like, man, it sucks. Maybe TMI. I was at the start of my cycle, and so I was in so much pain as I'm super nervous. Even though I already knew what the outcome was, I was still anxious. Like going on stage is very anxious.
Yeah.
But then I'm sitting there, I'm like, I'm in pain. I hate being a woman. This sucks.
I'm dying.
I am dying. I'm like looking around. I'm like, because I'm like full body armor, wearing a plague mask and a heavy cape. That cape was awesome, by the way. I felt so flowy. Like it was so dramatic. Like I'm like, but anyway, there's some fun convention stories from me.
I love convention stories. I just haven't been in a while.
That's okay. But that's why I invite you. I'm like, Amki.
I'm so excited about Amki. I'm so excited about Amki.
That's why I'm like, if you love YumaCon, if you like the old days of YumaCon, you will love Amki.
I am so excited.
If you like all the fun panels and giant vendor halls.
I just want to start working on my cosplay, but I also need to come hang out with you so I buy the right shit, so I'm not wasting money, because I don't really have that much money to waste.
Speaking of, because I know, of course, you're super busy, so I don't want you being stressed about, I gotta make costume, because we still have several months.
Right, but I don't want to get into cosplay crunch time and not be able to.
No, that would be if the start of the new year. Then it gets a little uncomfy. Yeah. But the one thing I wanted to figure out was, what do you hope to gain, or work on, or get pretty solid with when you're with me? Like, what would be, if you're coming to visit, what's one big thing you're like, I would love to have this at least mostly completed? Because I know there's
I literally am most concerned, because when I tried to sew that kimono, the blueprint for it threw me off. I was like, how the fuck? I kept looking over the tutorials and the sheets and everything, and I was just like, I do not know what the fuck I'm looking at.
That's okay.
So really the outfit.
Well, luckily, with you, with your cosplaying, there's a lot of detail to it, but you're wearing like almost a cloak.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to worry about like pants. We're just gonna make sleeves and it's like a cloak, which I'm still of course new, but I did make shirts, pants, and a cape successfully. So
fair.
I think, and pants are difficult. You'd be surprised. Pants are difficult.
And it's like, and I know how to
Functional pants
sew. Usually I sew by hand, but I know how to sew, kind of. I just don't know how to put patterns together. Yeah, I know you do.
I have a serger.
I know how to like, I just don't know how to put things together.
Yeah,
so
it's
like,
definitely.
and I no longer have any of my sewing machines, so.
That's okay. I have my serger and my sewing.
And I have no sewing machines anymore. I'm like, God damn it.
So the
they
big
were
thing
supposed
is
to make it, but.
with then for sewing is it's definitely not something we can do in like 2-3 hours.
Well, I wanted to stay the night.
Okay, that's what I wanted to check with. If it was
Hopefully.
like a weekend.
I was hoping to stay at least one night. I can't stay more than that because...
No. It would just be like a week. That's what I'm saying is like you would come like Saturday and then leave like Sunday. You know, like it would be one night.
Because it's also like a long fucking drive. So it's like...
It is. Well, we also wouldn't want to drive home. The reason is we'd probably spend the first day with just patterning. Like because we have awesome that somebody was able to make a pattern, but we got to make it fit you because every body shape is different.
And I am chubby.
We would take cotton basically and just make these kind of like first we'd print out the pattern, either something you do beforehand or after. You could also like get it printed like if there's like a Staples or some kind of printing store nearby.
You can also,
you know what I mean? Like stuff that you can do beforehand. But what we do is like, okay, we'd bring the pattern, you know, we'd lay it out, we'd kind of trace it on some fabric, we'd do some measurements. We basically kind of figure out how, and we don't even have to do a fancy, we literally can just do a quick straight stitch for the pieces just to kind of...
Just to see where they fit.
Because we got to make you sleeves and we got to make... So like a lot of it is just a lot of detail. There's a lot of detail to this piece.
Yeah.
Luckily some of it we can 3D print, which is awesome. We got some like STL files for that. So
yeah.
But like I said, a big thing is like I think that's because it's mostly just that rope, and then she has kind of this weird like corset armor piece.
Yeah, she has a little chest piece, a tiny little.
What's great is that the patterning that we found, the creator instead of like painting some of the like armor work, like she has the like these shin guards. It's like she takes the fabric of her like robe and like covers the foam, which is what I did for my Monster Hunter cosplay.
Yeah, so that way it like matches the color. It's color match to a T.
Yeah. So a lot of it is, I think most of the work is, it's not the fun part. Nobody likes patterning and like trying it on, doesn't fit, trying it on, doesn't fit, too big, too small, too big, too small. It's a pain in the butt, but
I'd rather do all that with you while watching YouTube. It sounds way more enjoyable than trying to do it by myself. Well, I'll get frustrated and be like, fuck this and give up. Like,
yeah. But the one thing what we can do is like, okay, we get the fit. You're like, all right, how does it fit? Is it good? And then we take that patterning and then bring it over to the nice fabric so that we're, you know, not blowing all the money, like, because you found the perfect fabric. But then it's the nervous, like, and then you're like, oh, especially if you're like, oh, I want this nice fabric that costs like $15 a yard, and you're like, holy shit.
You know.
Oh my goodness, I'm attacked.
Oh, that's a cat.
This is a gremlin.
I want to pet Nugget so fucking bad, but I can't pet Nugget and then touch my husband. So like, I'm like, damn it. So I have to go like, I got drunk the other day and like pet the fuck out of Nugget and then kissed him, and I was like, fuck, I gotta wash myself now. Wash my hands and my face.
Well,
like,
you're probably gonna have to like bathe before I send you home after our cosplay making.
Nugget is just as fluffy as that cat. My clothes are already covered.
just as fluffy. Look at this baby.
Yeah, Nugget's equally fluffy. Nugget is also a
He's
male cat. So I smell like male cat.
Well, Link will just be like, friend? friend because he doesn't have stranger danger and thinks everybody in the world wants to be his friend.
That's fair.
Which, true, I suppose.
Valid.
Yeah, which is so funny having them Pixel, because Pixel doesn't like new people. But why is your head wet? Were you in the bathtub? Or did your brother lick you to death?
Damn it. Well, I need to get off soon.
Oh, good.
My fucking...
I still need to ramble about D&D stuff with you sometime.
Which one? Because we have 4 of them now.
Of them.
4 of them now.
Okay. Wait, 4?
Moz, we have a problem. There's 4 of them now. There's 4. So, you know what I'm thinking? Leah Malachi, Isidore and Acta, Alistair, and whoever the fuck we decide with that one, because there's 4 of them. And now we have our new ones. You know what's going to happen. Unless Artemis tries to, like, weasel her way in there. I have a feeling nobody's falling for a kobold. Sorry, Larka, but nobody's falling for a kobold, okay? Like, so... I just have
Sexy Wolfman?
I just have a problem.
Wolfman?
Super sexy astral elf? Like... with endearing personalities that definitely don't fit together at all.
For those listening, we have a habit of romancing all our characters together for some reason.
I don't know why or how this happens, but anytime we play a campaign together, this just happens. This just happens. And the one time when we had that Halloween one-shot, we didn't have enough time, and technically my character was supposed to be married to my husband's character, but then my husband, like, bailed. He couldn't make it because of work, and so he wasn't there, and so we just never introduced him because it was a one-shot, so what's the fucking point? And it was just, like, a thing, and then we were just attached to each other during that one, too. I don't understand how this keeps happening.
Oh, it's just always so funny. Like, because, for example...
We don't even try. Like, except for Leah Malachi.
But, they're cute. They're
adorable.
Which, every time I think about it, I'm like, they shouldn't work.
They shouldn't work, but they work so well. They work so well.
You have this lawful good, like, hey,
I'm a paladin. I do paladin things, because I'm a
And we got this little chaotic rogue gremlin.
Who's an assassin.
But if you think about it, they have also this weird like when you take like kind of their background and stuff like that as well. It's like, oh, okay, because like, oh, Malachi is this lawful good paladin who's about helping people, restoring the peace, just being good. But he's a half demon, and he wants to just
he's the whole fighting the blood, and he's also like the super tragic backstory.
He's a very
with some abuse. Which, like, also Leah had a similar, not like the same, because he was a soldier, and like there was more to his and everything. But Leah was equally like fucked up from her past, and then handled it completely different. She was a pirate and then became an assassin, and was like, I'm fucking bored, and like possessed by a demon for a little bit. Kind of. It was a weird relationship. Like, it's just like a whole thing.
It's a whole mess.
It's a whole thing. But they kind of so like
love each other out in a sense.
Yes,
I think that's the difference. Is that one is like very like hype, like very follow the rules, very strict, very sometimes cold in his ways, and we got one who's a lot,
break the rules, fuck you.
Break the rules and stuff. But they kind of balance each other out. It's like, okay, don't break rules. Don't be doing bad stuff. Oh, but you need to learn to be a little more flexible and enjoy
Loosen
life.
up a little bit, and it's okay to break certain rules, okay? Rules are meant to be broken.
Yeah, see, that's where they kind of are like this weird, like, it shouldn't work. Like
it shouldn't work, but it works so well. And then, Isadora and Acta just naturally worked so fucking well.
They're just,
There was no
two pure little babies.
there was like there was no friction between them. They just bloop, they just fit together so well.
They do.
Like, it's just adorable. It started out with Isadora being all protective. She's like, you're an innocent baby child who literally understands zero things from the outside world. Like, what the fuck?
Isadora's like, I have a gun.
But then Acta's like, not half demon, but like a third demon who also loses her fucking mind and like super protective.
Yeah, demon blood ain't, you know, it ain't.
Except for her demon blood's a succubus and not a giant lion demon. Act as a succubus, because like one of her things was that like she attracts people by accident. Like people are just attracted.
I remember
to her
campaigning.
by accident.
Yeah, like people would have to roll to.
Yeah,
like,
roll because of how like sexy she is. Except for she doesn't know that she's doing it. Like she's not trying. She's not Leah, who's actively knows. Act is like
purposely like.
Yeah, Act is like I don't know what the fuck. What the fuck? Like she's so confused because she's a succubus.
And we'll have to find out, like, with my character Orion, he's kind of your rough guy, you know, like he's
yeah. It's so great.
It is.
So
I
great.
enjoy playing D&D.
Me too. I'm so excited for the campaign coming to the channel.
Yay!
Woohoo!
I get to be sexy Wolfman.
It'll be shortly after I move is the goal. Once we figure out schedules and stuff, after I move. So.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Oh, my phone tells me I have to wrap up for bed too.
That's okay. Yeah, I need to. I need to take medicine. I feel sick. Like,
Oh no.
It's fine.
I hope you feel better.
I will eventually. Probably. Peace out, brother.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening. Like and subscribe. Bye.
Or don't.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna win now. Bye.
Okay, bye. Peace out, brother.